What up, it's Dane. In this video I'm going to be telling you everything you need to know in order to get V-line abs. Okay, so just before I tell you what the best exercises you should be doing, let me quickly tell you more about the anatomy. So most of the exercises are really going to hit the internal or mainly the external obliques, the muscles that allow you to get the V-line shape. So the external obliques are literally just the muscles that run down the side of your abs, and then the six-pack abs or the rectus abdominis. Now, is it possible that everyone can get V-lines? Sure. Okay, so probably the biggest question that's going to come from this is, what body fat percentage should you be at in order to see your V-cut abs? My recommendation would be at 10% body fat. If you say you're 10% body fat and you still can't see your abs, then stop bullshitting yourself. Okay, so let me tell you what exercises you should be doing in order to get these V-lines based on the EMG studies. The EMG is basically how much your muscles are being activated. Okay, so the first exercise you should be doing is rope crunches. When you're doing this exercise, just really focus from moving your shoulders to your hips and not moving your hips in the movement. Now the second exercise is leg raises. If you're really advanced, you can do the full leg raise, and if you're not so advanced, you can do the half leg raise. And if you're just a real beginner, just start off with knee raises. Again, when you're doing this, use very little momentum and just control the movement as much as possible. Now the third exercise is dumbbell side bends. This is really going to hit your external obliques, really bring them out. Again, concentrate from moving from the waist only. You really want to isolate your external obliques. And the fourth exercise is ab wheel rollouts. Again, when you're doing this, same with all the other ab exercises, really focus on not using the hips as much and using very little momentum. Really control the movement. So when you're doing these exercises, make sure to do about 8 to 12 reps, 3 to 5 sets, and about 3 to 4 exercises per session. Your main aim when you're training your abs is to increase their weight over time and increase the volume. Volume is just basically the sets times the reps times the load. Okay, so if you apply all of these hypertrophy principles, you should be able to see your abs in no time. But there's still one factor that you need to nail down, that you need to know. However, that said, if you do not apply this one factor that I'm going to talk about in a second and you don't get it nailed down, you will not be able to see these V-lines at all. So just before I go into that, let's talk about your ab genetics. So some individuals might be able to get a 6-pack, some individuals might only be able to get a 4-pack, and this is all down to your genetics. You cannot change this. Well, as far as I know. Fat storage is also down to genetics. For example, I might store a lot of fat in my lower back and you might store a lot of fat in your lower abdominal belly area. Okay, so the holy grail is, how do you target your lower abdominals in order to get those V-lines and the external obliques? So in order to hit your lower abs more, you need to think of doing shoulder to hip flexion. Basically think of a crunch. And then to hit your upper abs, you just do the complete opposite. You think of hip to shoulder flexion, which basically is a leg raise. So therefore it's way more possible to put more tension on the lower abs than it is on upper abs, and vice versa. So probably the most important factor is diet. Without a good diet, you will not see your abs. So how do you get to 10% body fat and how do you lose belly fat? Create a calorie deficit. Expand more energy than you consume. So to calculate a calorie deficit, for males do 15 times your body weight in pounds minus 500, and for females you do 14 times your body weight in pounds minus 500. So you can create a calorie deficit in 2 ways. Number 1, food intake. And number 2, activity. So the best foods to eat are vegetables, fruits, lean source of protein, and water-rich carbohydrates. These are sweet potatoes, and oats. So the last step that we're going to talk about is cardio. So what type of cardio should you actually be doing? Some will tell you low intensity and some will tell you high intensity. Well, you can either do both. You can do low intensity exercise for about 1 hour, and you can do this about 3 to 5 times a week, or you can do high intensity for maximum 3 times a week for about 10 to 15 minutes. The main important part to lose body fat is a calorie deficit. Oh, and by the way, it doesn't matter if you do fasted or fed cardio, there's no difference. Just do the damn cardio. So that's the end of the video. Download my programs down below, the Skinny to Buff program for free and a training program for free, so you can build more muscle and of course lose more fat. So anyway, that's the end of the video. Stay positive, stay smiling. Let's get those V-lines. I'm out.